college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Cornhuskers ready to get this thing started and open the season. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he holds it in at the 25.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
There he goes. Snowed under by the defense.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days.
Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. The quick out. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Line of scrimmage is at the 28. That would make it about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to go for it instead on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Might be changing the route. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Back to pass on second down. Finds a tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
You know, on a play like that, third and short, as a quarterback, you're looking for your easiest throw and your shortest throw, and that's to the tight end. He's a big target. He makes the catch, and now the drive stays alive.
From the gun, the ground game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
But how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting. Because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. Gets rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. Offense in an empty set. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Makes the grab. It's Rich. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. Safe completion on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
It's complete on the right side. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Going to the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He unleashes a long one. And he's got it at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ball game.
And the extra point is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He wants to change this route. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses to 40. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
21, Nebraska, 7.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The run to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be brought down. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football falling out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Red pass, it's complete. At midfield, he's got room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Release to the back. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Huskers! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UNLV looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 21 to James Madison. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nebraska. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Going to try to get it himself. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the pass. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Punt is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll try the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking to scramble. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this, we're going to get this first down, I have a play. But sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Finds a man on the left. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Rich. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Give to the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Touchdown Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And I want to be a team that can run the football, be physical, especially on 2nd and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now 3rd and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Defense might bring the house here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarmed. You watch them, they're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, end-of-the-game situation, connecting on his passes. Nice job knowing his answers. Got to keep this rolling here to try to make this thing interesting.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbells ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that 4th down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Fires fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I absolutely love when defensive backs do exactly what he did. Don't try to make the big play. A lot of times you see them go up together and the receiver come down, but he goes up, he bats the football down, make sure nobody catches it. No points are getting put on the board. Nice play by the defense.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Trying to find the end zone. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They want to throw it. Pass to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
And they'll go for 2 to try to win it right here, and this crowd is deafening, trying to will the stop. He is in, and they roll the dice. Won't settle for the tie. They take the lead with a 2-point conversion. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to